Hey y'all, I can't believe I'm here also, but I am here. Yes, we gonna talk about Divorce in the Black. Y'all see the scene behind me. Yes. Now, I typically do not do movie reviews. I haven't done one. I thought about it. And I have been interested in it. I almost did one for The Color Purple that came out last year, but I didn't. Um But you know what? I decided to go on and do it this time. Before we get into it, y'all, this is the Brandon Yvonne channel. Welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. Come on in. Here on my channel, we do fun reviews, recaps, and discussions of all of our favorite shows. Okay, so we are and now a movie. And maybe I will do more movie reviews in the future. Thank y'all for subscribing to the channel, hitting that thumbs up button. Share the video where you like to share your content, and let me know what you thought of the movie in the comments. Please let me know what y'all thought of the movie. Now, typically with my reviews of other shows, I do Love and Marriage Huntsville. I'm doing College Hill Celebrity Edition right now. I do Ready to Love, and some other shows. However, so with those shows, I typically go, scene by scene or, talk about all the major parts. With this movie review, I'm not going to go scene by scene or any particular order. We're going to go over the cast. Uh, we're going to go over the overall story. We could talk about some major scenes and the plot line and just, have a kind of a movie critique review kind of situation, right? I will be honest with y'all. I didn't watch that Mia Coppola. Is that what it's called? Mia Choppa, Mia Chupla, whatever the movie was called on Netflix. I tried to watch it, child. I fell asleep. I'm not saying it was boring. I just fell asleep. Okay. Maybe one day I will finish it. Who knows? This movie, I was not going to even waste my time. I said, I ain't watching this. I ain't watching this. But then I kept seeing so many people talk about it on the internet. So many people and my fellow YouTubers. I saw y'all talking about it. And so then that's actually somebody's review is the one that made me somebody was talking about it in one of their reviews, and I think that's what made me finally say, let me watch this movie. I kept seeing stuff on the internet, and I was like, let me see what's going on in this movie because everybody kept talking about it, especially that opening scene. So I went ahead and watched it. It took me 2 nights. Um, so overall, let's talk about the cast first. Let's start on a high note. Cast was good. Okay, we have Megan Good. We know Megan Good she's a seasoned actress now, right? She's very good what she does. And we also had now her name was Ava in the movie, and then we had Corey Hardick. He's a good actor as well. Formerly married to Tia Mowry. Um, and he played Ava's husband Dallas, right? Um, First of all, very very good acting for both of them. The movie also starred Debbie Morgan. She played uh, Megan Good's mom, Eva's mom. Now Debbie Morgan and Megan Good have worked together before at Eve's Bayou, right? If y'all know that, just a little fun fact. And then also Eva's dad was played by I believe his name's Richard Lawson. He used to be married to Tina Knowles, but they got a divorce. Anyway, Beyonce's ex stepdaddy. So he played Megan Good's daddy. Now he's a preacher man and a farmer. Okay, so who else is it? Now the people Dallas's family and Megan Good's friends and the friend's husband? I don't remember who played them. They wasn't like main people to remember their names. No shade to them. If y'all want to know the cast, though, go look it up. Google, IMDb, all that. So basically it's a story. The story, let's get into the story now. The story, now this is a Tyler Perry movie, remind y'all. Okay. And see, this is why I wasn't going to even watch this because I knew I was going to be irritated the way I'm irritated with watching Sisters, right? But I keep watching Sisters for whatever reason. I don't know. I just keep watching it, right? But the storylines can be irritating with Tyler Perry productions. And there's no shade to Tyler Perry. Like, Tyler Perry is successful in his own right. He's a legend in his own right. He is making money over there. He is doing something right. Okay. Even if we don't like it, even if we feel like he needs better writers, directors, whatever, he's doing something right. He pays the people what they're worth. He does film his stuff pretty quickly, but he pays people what they're worth. So this was the typical Tyler Perry storyline where the woman is getting abused by the man and she's just going through it and she's long suffering and she can't get out the situation. The man is really bad, he's really evil. That the character Corey Hardick played Dallas, he came from like a bad family. They came from like the small town in Georgia, but they're like an hour and a half from Atlanta. So and he basically is abusive to her. He has like drinking problem, a lot of issues. She's takes a lot of crap from him, right? She takes a lot of verbal abuse, mental abuse, physical abuse. Um, just mean. He's just a mean man, right? So one major scene definitely we could talk about is that opening scene where they're at a funeral for Dallas's brother. And the preacher, which was Ava's dad, was saying how like that person, they're doing bad things in the neighborhood. He basically saying like, I don't see him in heaven. Okay, if you get my drift. He like, I don't see it for him. His soul, child was not right. He did not. We know where he going. And so the mom got mad that she tells the sons to take the body out the casket. Side note, this is spoiler alert. If you didn't watch the movie, don't watch this review. Or just watch the review. If you don't want to watch the movie, just watch the review. But if you want to see the movie for yourself and you don't mind a spoiler, watch this, then go watch the movie. If you do mind a spoiler, go watch the movie and come back here. If you don't care about the movie, you just want to watch me, just watch me. Okay? So anywho, she tells him to get the casket out the body. And it was very crazy. Like it definitely was. I will say for Tyler Perry, definitely was like an attention grabbing scene. Like I'm like, okay, now I need to see what is going on because first of all, you starting a movie out with a funeral. That's pretty intense, right? That's a way to kind of grab your attention, right? But then they doing all this in the funeral. They arguing, they cursing. She said take the body out. I'm like, where does that ever happen in real life? Like has anyone ever seen somebody really do that in real life? And then she want to bury him in the backyard? Like, I'm pretty sure that's not okay or legal, but I don't know. I just was like, okay, this, bit unrealistic. See, Tyler Perry seems to be very much, can this really happen in real life? Like, you be questioning it. But that's why it's not real life. It is a movie, right? So Ava is long suffering. She's just in this horrible relationship. And even in this scene behind me, they just got to dinner with their friends. He left her because she wasn't ready. I guess when he wanted her to be ready, just dogging her out. And I, in my mind, the whole time, like, girl, why are you sticking around for this? Like, you could do better, girl. Her friend tried to tell her, like, girl, you could do better. He ultimately decided. Now, Dallas is constantly listening to his mom and his brothers, and they've just talked so much trash about Ava. Feel like, he picked a bad woman when he got with her and that she just wants his downfall and all this. And they very much are a misery loves company kind of family. They definitely are that, and they say that in the movie. Like he likes, they like misery, don't give them company. And people who like misery, you cannot give them the company. Like, don't give them the time of day. Don't do it. So he said he wants to divorce her. Now that part shocked me because I was like, excuse me, sir? How dare you? Like, you've been treating me bad, but you want to divorce me. Okay. You've been treating me bad, but you want to divorce me. Let me tell you, he would have got that divorce so quick. Now Megan over there crying, she's beside herself. And I was like, girl, what? Like, she know better than this. And I will say I like, she went back home for a few days to stay with her parents down to the farm in the country, whatever. And her mom and dad was like, okay, Debbie Morgan over there crying with her, like, I did not raise you like this. Like, you come from, this background and this. Like, I don't understand. Like, was I not, telling you I was proud enough of you? I was not doing this wrong. And that's how I was feeling. I was like, what message was she getting from her mom and dad that she thinks it is okay to stay in this life? Like, what is going on here? Because I was like, your parents, they look like they were a loving couple. They were married. You came from the church. Like, girl, like, why are you thinking this is okay? Like, you cannot think that this is okay. And so Debbie Morgan apologized that she was always helping people in the church and she didn't realize she needed to be helping her daughter. And she apologized and Eva was like, no, it's not your fault. And I will say, like, it's not the parents' fault, right? And I don't think it's anything that they did or didn't do. I think that she just once thought she can change him. Um, and she kind of put aside what she knew better to try to change this person because she just probably just because she wanted him so bad or wanted to prove. Also, I think she just wanted to prove something that she was never going to be able to prove. Like everybody knew you doing the wrong thing. Your parents don't want you with this man, but you kind of want to prove them wrong. But girl, you let it go on too far because you was with him since high school. And then you ended up being 37 and you was still in that situation. Like for what? Ain't no way. And then why you still with somebody you was with in high school? For what? I just didn't get it. But I don't think it's necessarily, yeah, her mom could have told her she was proud of her more and all that, but I don't think it was anything necessarily the parents did or didn't do. I think, she just kind of laid down what she knew better. Like she laid down her joy, like the daddy said, the morals and the values. She laid them down for Dallas, okay? She acted like she wasn't raised quite right for him. Now one thing her friend did that I did like was her friend wrote down or wrote a letter or something, everything bad that Dallas had done to Eva. And she gave it to Eva to read, when Dallas said he's going to divorce so that she could be reminded. And Eva didn't even really want it, but I'm like, girl, you need to read it. Like sometimes we as women, we want to stick around in bad situations. There are men want to stick around, whoever, people. I'm not going to even put gender on it. Sometimes us, people, whoever, like to stay around in bad situations and we're only thinking about what was good. But sometimes you need to remind yourself of what that person did to you or what you went through so you can remember not to go through it again, right? You need to be reminded. So I was mad at her friend giving her that list because she needed to read it. And the mom happened to read it. And so Megan Good was all embarrassed. I was like, girl, the mom's like, you was going through all this. Like, girl. And I feel like Megan Good was not embarrassed enough, like for me, in my opinion. Like, girl, you should be even more embarrassed than what you are. Like, she was a little bit embarrassed, but she could have been way more embarrassed. She could have been way more. Anyway, as far as the plot of this movie, though, it's the typical Tyler Perry plot line. It's very much Diary of a Mad Black Woman. It's very much Family Reunion. It's very much every single Tyler Perry movie we've seen. Is very much the characters from Sisters. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm tired of the same old, same old, same old, same old, same old. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. Was it anything unique? No. It was very predictable. It was giving enough. We've seen this story so many times. So it was very much a predictable movie, very, very much. I didn't mind like the way things went as far as like, she was kind of trying to do her own thing and then it would be a long stretch of time before Dallas would pop up. That kind of was interesting the way they did that part. But other than that, like I said, it was the same old, same old, same old. Now, Megan Good had this guy, I guess she liked from back home named Benji, and he was trying to have a chance with her. And I guess there was a time when they were in high school and her and Dallas broke up and she was in the car with Benji and then I guess the brothers, Dallas and his brother saw him and they pulled him out of the car and they beat him up so bad they put him in the hospital. And so then, Benji resurfaced. He's been through a divorce. He was irritating me every time he kept saying, oh yeah, when you're going through the divorce, you're going to do this and that. Like, okay, sir, we got it. You've been through a divorce. We got it. You don't need to keep highlighting it, right? That part was annoying. Also, he was talking about, that time. And I was like, and then, it was another scene where him and Dallas, Benji and Dallas got into it. And I'm like, Megan Good, girl, what? Like, You saw that guy do. You saw Dallas do what he did to Benji, and then you still stayed with him. Like I get it, you was in high school, but girl, what? And then she told a story in the beginning about when they went to prom, and I guess Dallas's truck kept breaking down, so the brother had to fix it or somebody, and then he got oil on him, and then they put it on Megan's dress, and she was like, "You're so mean," and I'm like, "Girl, that's not funny and cute." Like you accepted that back then, and then you thought it was going to get better because you wanted to help them. Let me tell y'all something. Don't get with nobody that needs help or needs to be changed, okay, or molded or any of that, because you're gonna stress yourself out. You're gonna be working so hard, and they're gonna do just what Dallas did. They're gonna leave you, okay. That's very giving much. It's very much giving codependency, right? It's no. I'm no therapist or anything, but it's no. Like something's wrong with you if you think that's a good idea, right? And I've been in those situations. I thought I was going to change somebody or keep sticking around thinking things were going to get better, and it's just a waste of time. Like when somebody shows you who they are, believe them. Don't stick around for nonsense, right? um Megan Good, she was trying to do her own thing though when she was getting divorced. But Benji was pressing, which was really good. I liked the little divorce party her friend threw for her. And then when her and Benji went back to the house, I was like, okay, that was a good scene. That was a good scene. I was like, get it. Megan Good, get it. Anyway, Dallas at some point showed up at the house because Dallas started feeling like Megan had Benji all along because again, his brothers and his mom are in his ear. So then he starts, getting crazy, just popping up at the house. He, did something to her mom, beat the dad up. Like he's just doing all this extreme stuff, right? Um, and then Megan Good's dad got her, hooked up with the weapons in the house and all that. Um, and then it was the typical ending where, she finally stood up for herself and beat him up, shot him. But the scene when he was sitting there and then he pulled the gun out, put it on the counter, it was very much giving Ike and Tina Turner. It was very much giving What's Love Got to Do with It when Ike came in the Tina's dressing room at the end and she's like, "What you gonna do with that? Shoot me, Ike." It was very much giving that scene. And then it transformed to another scene in the movie earlier in Love Got to Do with It when they started fighting because Dallas got tired of Megan Good talking because she was talking and saying, "Oh yeah, me and Benji did the dot to lure him in the house, right?" And so then she kept going on and on about it, and he slapped her, and she was like, "Oh, you hit like a bee. Oh, is that all you got?" I said, "I know y'all not reenacting this scene from What's Love Got to Do with It when Tina finally started beating up Ike in the limo. That's what it was giving. It was very much giving that scene. Was it just me? But that's what it was giving." And I was like, I mean, that's cute, but like I said, we are predictable. We've seen this movie. No shade. We have seen this movie time and time again. We've seen it in Enough. We've seen it in What's Love Got to Do with It. We have seen this movie over and over and over again. Okay. And, long story short, Making Good wins at the end. Good prevailed over evil. Typical storyline, typical plot line. Yeah. Overall, the movie was cool. Okay. I'll give it a C plus. If I had to give it like a grade, because y'all know I'm a teacher, I would give it a C plus. Okay. Like 79%, maybe. The acting was good. Like I said, Corey Hardick was very believable. He's a good actor. I had to give him that. He's a good actor. I hope this sets him up to, be in more movies. Megan Good, she's always going to do her thing. Debbie Morgan is a good actress. The parents were too dramatic for me. Selma Richard Lawson, I mean, he's a good actor. He's seasoned. But some of his scenes are a little bit like overacting for me. Was it just me or he was giving a tad bit overacting? It was a tad bit. Tyler Perry movies, they always put extra drama, extra stank on it with the drama where it don't need to be. So, it was all that happening. So like I said, the acting, A plus acting for the most part. Storyline, we've seen it before. Okay. As far as like cinematography and all that goes, that was good. The order of things I wasn't mad at. Some of the scenes were cool. But some things we could have did without, right? Yeah, I actually watched this movie though, y'all. I can't believe it. I cannot believe I really watched this movie. And I really gave y'all a review on it. So I think that's it. We're gonna wrap it up. I mean, it really wasn't much to say about it. Like, were y'all expecting more from this movie? Because I wasn't. I was not expecting more than what it gave. I really wasn't because, like I said, we've seen this before. This is a typical Tyler Perry movie, so I've seen a lot of mixed reviews on the movie. You know, some people said it could have been better. They didn't like it. Some people really liked it. Um, I feel like the actors helped it out quite a bit, quite a bit. But I just, wish the storyline maybe went a little differently. Like I'm glad making good one in the end, of course. But we've just seen this movie before. Like to me, it was so predictable. I already knew how this movie was going to go. We've seen it all before, right? That's my critique of the movie, if I had to have one, and the unrealisticness of it also. But that's Tyler Perry land. That's how that go. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all thought of the movie. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Check out my other content, like I said, and I'll talk to y'all again very soon. Bye.